Here's how you know a relationship is a good relationship for you. It makes you feel better about yourself, not worse. It makes you feel more loved. So if you are not getting those things, it's a relationship you can't be in.
Here is today's case.
You were a side chick, Miss Farland?
Yes, I was.
And you knew that?
I went to his phone and he had another girl that he's texting. She's trying to break up with her so he could be with me.
She knows all about this.
Hold on, Mr. Clybourn, are you saying that Miss McFarland knew you had a girlfriend?
She could put two and two together.
No, sir, I'm not asking you to tell me what kind of math she can do.
Lewis told me in the beginning as well that he mastered lying.
So many times, the red flags that we ignore in the beginning, they're the reasons why the relationship ends.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, for the first time on Divorce Court, we have a virtual audience, and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Teresina from Washington, D.C.
Teresina, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Your Honor, today's case is McFarland versus Clybourn.
Thank you, Juan. Laura McFarland.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Mr. Lewis Clybourn
Yes, Your Honor.
to court today. The two of you have been together 2.5 years. You've been engaged 2 years,
Yes.
but now you are ready to call it quits.
Yes, Your Honor.
Unless Mr. Clybourn changes some of his ways and you say, sir, you want to save this relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll start with you, Ms. McFarland. Tell me what's happening here.
Well, as you can see, Lewis, he's a great guy right now, but he's all over the place. He lies, he leaves. He's just not a good guy.
The two of you live together? What do you mean by he leaves?
Yes, if I'm in the bathroom, I could be in the bathroom, I could be doing my hair, I could be doing anything, and he'll just walk right out of the house. He'll just leave for no reason at all.
And what do you say he's doing when he leaves?
I don't know. He tells me that he's going to the studio or going to the store, maybe to get some flowers or things of that sort, which he never does. He doesn't come back with anything, so it's a lie. He's lying.
How long is he typically gone when he goes on these excursions, as you claim?
It depends. Hours, days.
Days?
Yes, days.
So he leaves for days?
Yes, he does.
Without checking in, without saying anything to you?
Nothing at all.
And he's allowed to come back in your house?
I mean, I do love him. I try to look out for him as much as I can.
Will bring him home at night. Am I right?
Very true.
That's true. What do you have to say, Mr. Clybourn? Because I know you want to defend yourself against these unfounded accusations.
I definitely do. She has a lot of trust issues and abandonment issues. You know, I don't usually leave the house. When I do leave the house, it's because we had an argument or something like that, so I don't get where she's talking about. I just leave the house like I'm just gone.
Are you gone for days at a time?
Negative.
That's never happened.
It's never happened.
So she's completely making that up.
That was false.
That's false.
That's false.
Do you disappear for hours at a time? Not days, just hours.
I have at a certain...
Hours, days.
I have, but...
and what happens on those occasions? You're saying it's because of an argument?
Usually when I leave is for an argument, but it's just to get some air or whatever. There were a few instances where I did leave for hours, but, you know, we were going through a bad argument and an opportunity came. I'm an R&B singer, so studio time, I got an opportunity, so I had to take that.
So when you're out getting air, you're saying you're not sharing that air with anyone else?
No air with anyone else.
You're just out getting air?
That is correct, yeah.
The two of you met 2.5 years ago. How'd you meet?
Actually, we were at work together, and that's where I met him at.
What type of work?
This was at a restaurant.
At a restaurant. And you've been engaged for 2 years?
Yes.
Why the long engagement?
Back and forth with things. I trust that he would change, I believe, maybe. But when we first started out, there was just constant lies. I didn't even know that he had another girlfriend. Like, at this point, he's dating 2 women.
At the beginning?
Yes, in the beginning.
When did you find this out?
Towards the beginning of the relationship, sort of. I was able to get his phone, even though that was hard to do because he keeps his phone close.
Mr. Clybourn?
Yes.
Did you have another girlfriend?
I did have another girlfriend.
I thought you said you were just leaving out to get some fresh air.
This is at the beginning of our relationship.
So those times it was not about fresh air?
Those times it was, you know, us getting into our relationship.
No, Your Honor.
How long had the two of you been dating when you found out about the other woman?
Probably about a month.
A month into
It's been about a month. I went to his phone and he had another girl that he's texting. She's trying to break up with her so he could be with me, and she's like trying to figure out why he's trying to break up with her. The thing that caught me was the fact that she said girlfriend, and that's when I knew, like, he's in a relationship with another woman.
Let me see the text messages. You're saying this is not going to work out between us, sorry. She replies, what's going on? I'm your girlfriend, we can't just break up. You don't respond, leave her on red, and she replies, why are you not answering me? It's a cold world in Mr. Clybourn's world.
I mean, Your Honor, she knows all about this. I was telling her, she was actually counseling me on the phone. So she was basically letting me know that, you know, about my certain situation. I didn't tell her that I had a girlfriend.
Negative, I didn't tell you
Hold on,
that.
Mr. Clybourn, are you saying that Miss McFarland knew you had a girlfriend?
No.
And that you knew that you were gonna break
Your
up with
Honor.
this woman?
She could put two and two together. Like,
No, sir, I'm not asking you to tell me what kind of math she can do. Are you saying in court today, there's nothing over there for you to look at, I want you to look at me. Are you saying in court today, Miss McFarland knew you had a girlfriend?
She did.
And that you were gonna break
Not
up with
true.
her?
She did.
Ma'am?
Not true, Your Honor. When I found out about this girl, was it through his phone. Initially, he was acting weird. He was doing weird things around the house as far as trying to keep his phone very close. This is what made me suspect maybe there's something going on. Our phone calls were getting cut short here and there if I wasn't home. So I decided to take his phone. I got his phone when he was asleep, and I saw those messages, and that's how I knew about it.
I believe her, Mr. Clybourn. I
Your
believe
Honor,
her.
Your Honor, she know. I left out the names when I was telling her the story, but she knew what she was doing.
No, you said she could put two and two together.
Yes, Your Honor.
And figure it out. I'm not asking you what you think she figured out. I asked you, were you upfront and told her, I'm with somebody else, I need to end that relationship to be with you? And the answer is no. You submitted photographic evidence of Mr. Clybourn's relationship with his phone.
He doesn't even hold me that close.
You can check my phone. I told her that.
You believe that that's the key to your relationship, is being able to check his phone and see what evidence you can discover.
He had girls in his phone from Tinder, so.
You were a side chick, Miss Farland?
Yes, I was.
And you knew that early on?
Once I found out, yes, I did know that.
So you think by him breaking up with somebody to be with you, how you think that's going to work out in the long term?
Well, we've been steady here and there, but there's still like me feeling like he's doing other things, because that's one of the biggest things. Yes, I do have a trust issue with him because of that situation. Now, he had his phone so close one point in time. We were leaving work. He left work by himself, and I didn't know where he went. Finally, when he came back, I was able to get his phone. While I was trying to get his phone, we were on the road driving, that he literally pulled up off the road, got behind the officer, beating his horn behind the officer, got out the car to go to the officer to talk about the situation with his phone. And
because you got his phone?
Yes, because I got his phone while we were.
Was that an emergency situation, Mr.
No.
Clybourn?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, because
Why
my
was that
life-
an emergency?
My life was threatened. We were on the highway, on the fast lane. She was bickering about some nonsense, some things that didn't matter. So she decides to grab my phone. While it's in my lap, I'm using it as GPS. She grabs it, we swerve, the car goes into neutral. I have to pull off, get to a gas station.
Well, okay, so she grabbed your phone, which was in your lap.
Correct.
Correct? Mm-hmm. So it's not attached to you. It's in your lap, right?
Correct.
So how did she lead you to believe that your life was in danger because she took your phone?
I'm in the fast lane driving about 70 miles an hour.
You can't keep driving? You cannot keep driving in the fast lane 70 miles an hour at this moment? What? She's not grabbing your arm.
Well, she put it in neutral. I had to swerve.
She put the car in neutral?
Yes, accidentally, by reaching over
Negative.
and trying to grab my phone.
Negative. That's not true. How so? How did I put the car negative if I'm grabbing the phone?
That's what you said she did.
That's
so when
definitely
you
what she
got
did.
out and you went to make your police report, what did you say to the police?
I didn't go that far. I just threatened to talk to the cops. I did speak to the cops afterwards.
What was the reason?
So I could get my phone back. She just.
Oh, 'cause she kept the
held
phone.
it hostage. Yeah.
She held the phone hostage.
Basically.
You submitted photographic evidence of Mr. Clybourn's relationship with his phone.
Yes.
I'd like to see that, please. What is this a photo of?
This
It's
is
my
him
phone.
holding his phone, dear. He holds it
When he's
closer than he
sleeping?
does me. He doesn't even hold me that close. So I don't understand. He has his phone like this all the time.
You sleep with your phone, sir?
Sometimes. It's my phone. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like she's always on my head about, who's this, what's that? You can check my phone. I told her that.
Did he tell you could check his phone?
No, he did not.
So he's not telling the truth about that?
No, as you can see in this picture, he's holding the phone close.
So he's never told you that you could check the phone?
No, his fingerprint is on my phone.
Because you believe that that's the key
He's good.
to your relationship, is being able to check his phone and see what evidence you can discover.
He had girls in his phone from Tinder, so.
He's on Tinder?
Yes, he is, and
Well,
I didn't
why are
even
you
know
on
that.
Tinder?
I was on Tinder. This was after the highway incident. I went to a hotel for a weekend, and I'll be honest, I was on the app. I was entertaining them, just a little conversation. I never messed with these women, Your Honor.
Because the two of you were in a dispute at that
Yes,
time.
yes,
so you
Your
got
Honor.
on Tinder only during that time, is your testimony.
It was deleted after. She made sure of it. I felt like the best way for me to show her that I'm willing to, work it out with her is to propose. Oh, I didn't have a ring.
Because I know you like to get fresh air, so you got down on one knee with nothing but air in your hands.
It was careless.
Wow.
You didn't care?
And you're still engaged?
No.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. The two of you were having all these issues. Why propose? Tell me about that.
Everything was going great, Your Honor. We hit a little wall, and I felt like the best way for me to show her that I'm willing to, work it out with her is to propose. So I took her out. Oh, I didn't have a ring, but, I was just trying to make sure that she knows that I'm here for her, basically, and that, we can work through whatever, because we were hitting like a wall.
So how exactly did you do it? You got down on one knee?
Yes,
It was
ma'am.
meaningless. No,
I grabbed her hand.
It was not heartful.
I'm out here crying in front of all these strangers, putting my heart out here.
You
and-
put yourself in that position. That's not how, that was
Wow.
not, it was careless.
Wow.
You didn't care.
Why did you say yes if you said it was careless?
I mean, I believe he was crying because he know that this is like, I don't have a ring. I hope she don't say no. So I'm gonna just cry right now. That's what I feel like. So I can feel sorry for him, which I did, and I did say yes, because at the same time, I love him, and I'm like, I don't want to make him look bad. It's all, like you said, all these people were around. They're looking at me, I'm looking at him. Some random lady took a picture of us. I don't even know who she was. So at this point, you know what? Yes, I'll marry you. And it was a retirement party for, it was just not cool at all, honestly.
Because I know you like to get fresh air, so you got down on one knee with nothing but air in your hands.
Women like to pick their rings, Your Honor. I told her she can pick her ring, because
No, you did not.
at the time and space we were in, I felt that was right. But if you were with me, that's all that should matter.
I would have picked it by now.
So, Mr. Clybourn, you proposed at somebody else's retirement party?
We didn't know what was going on, but we got up out of there after that.
And you're still engaged?
No,
When did you end the engagement?
pretty much today.
Today?
Yeah,
So before you came to court today,
yeah.
you told him it was over? Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Clybourn, she broke up with you on the way to court today. How'd that make you feel, sir?
It feels horrible that she really doesn't care. I mean, and for my defense, she wears baggy clothes to sleep, bonnets, and it's not something that I want to,
But you want to have sex all the time.
It's not that, you made my case right there. I'm not inspired
But you want to have sex all the
Sir,
time.
you submitted this photo and evidence of what she wears to bed?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And this is to show what?
This is to show what she looks like in the morning when she wakes up.
Sir, you also had a bonnet on your head when you were in bed.
I keep it classy, though. I keep it nice and bright. This is only when I'm going to bed. I take it off. She wears it throughout the day. I tell her
So
to
your
slip-
bonnet is classy and hers isn't?
Yeah, it's more like a do-rag, so it's, more...
I want to ask you about what you said in your statement, because Ms. McFarland says she doesn't trust you because you lie so much. You say in your statement, every human being on this earth tells white lies. Everyone. Pope, pastors, and deacons. Everyone lies. I understand why she's brought all this up, because she values honesty. But sometimes when you love people, you have to withhold certain information for their protection.
Yes, Your Honor.
What have you withheld from Ms. Farling that you say is not for selfish reasons, but simply to protect her?
I may tell a little white lie here and there, but it's only about something small. It's something to divert the attention into something more positive.
What do you think about that?
Negative. Lewis told me in the beginning as well that he mastered lying. He told me this. He told me that it's something that he had to do for a while, and it's easier to do. It's easier to lie. Yes, I am big on honesty. I feel like even if it's something that will hurt you, I don't have a problem with saying it because I feel like I should know. So he mastered lying, and he knows that. Sometimes I don't know if he's telling the truth because he really is a good liar.
And she has come to that conclusion, sir, and ended the engagement as a result. And I'm gonna tell you something, that statement, it really speaks to your approach to relationships. Because here you have someone who's saying honesty is best, she wants you to tell her the truth, and you're over here rating different levels of lies. Because everyone tells these white lies, Mr. Clybourn included, according to you. Ms. Farland, you know how it started. When you found out in the beginning, you started off as a side chick.
Yeah.
So many times, the red flags that we ignore in the beginning, they're the reasons why the relationship ends at the end. For 2 years and 21 hours, you held on. 3 hours ago, you decided to let go.
Yes.
Better late than never for you if that's a decision you want to make for yourself. Some people can't get past when someone has lied to them and been dishonest with them from the very beginning. It sets the tone. And that's what happened. So even if you did, as she say, change, she was probably going to be suspicious of seemingly innocent behavior because you'd already set the tone and showed her what you were capable of doing. Then you told her you mastered lying. Now you're in court saying everyone lies to a certain level. But you got caught in your lies at the very beginning. So you really didn't master them. Because if you did, you wouldn't have got caught. You're willing to misrepresent things instead of just being open and honest about them. That's the issue. And that's why we've ended up here today. She doesn't want to commit to someone who she has to figure out all the time what is the real truth. You know what? One thing I learned when I started working in court, and I would catch someone in a lie, it would make me question every other thing they said to me. It now casts doubt on their entire testimony because of that one time when they looked me in my eyes and told me this was in fact the truth and it wasn't. Well, Ms. McFarland, it took you 2.5 years to come to this conclusion for yourself, but it sounds like you've come to the right conclusion. It's not a good formula for marriage. It's not the foundation. Trust is the absolute bedrock foundation of the relationship. And if you don't have that, you're making the right decision. You can't go forward in marriage hoping that a ring, hoping that a title of being a husband will change someone. And sir, if you've really changed, hopefully you can show that to your next girlfriend. Right from the start, from the very beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because Ms. Farland said it's too late for her. Good luck to both.
It's her loss.
Thank you.
It's your loss.
I feel great about it. I feel like she gave me the right advice to continue to move forward and do what I need to do to protect myself. I can't do this anymore. I can't be in a relationship with lies, just constant lies.
I feel like Judge Faith made a good assessment, but you know, as far as her, I don't get it, and you know, honestly, she'll probably be back next week or whenever she gets her mind right. Her ending the engagement, I just felt like it was too many coincidences, and she knows I'm truthful and honest. She knows that.
I'm dipping my feet in the water. Bye, I'm done with him. You're a liar.
Okay.
You lie to your mom like that?